Good morning everyone, and welcome to a new lesson in our online training. And our lesson today, as you can see here, it's the grammar focus 3 of unit 7 on page 45 in your interchange 2. And this grammar focus is going to be about infinitives and gerunds for uses and purposes. So when we say infinitives and gerunds for uses and purposes, what do we mean by that? Uses and purposes. That is to simply to answer the question of what is the purpose of something, or why do somebody did this or do that. For example, why do we, or what is a computer used for? You can say a computer is used for sending emails, watching movies online, and so on. Or I can say I use my computer to send emails, or I use my computer to watch movies online. What is a cell phone used for? A cell phone is used for communicating or contacting people or talking with people and so on. But first we need to define or to explain what is meant by infinitive and what is meant by gerund. So what is a gerund? Simply we can say a gerund is a verb that acts like a noun. To form a gerund, we simply just add an ing to the end of the verb. Like this example, for example, be quiet. A library is for studying, not for socializing. You are in the library, you are studying, you are reading, and somebody is trying to chat with his friend. So you say, be quiet please. A library is for studying, not for socializing. So if you look at these two words, studying and socializing, if you drop out the ing, you will come out only with a verb, which here is study and here is socialize. So we add ing and these two verbs became like a noun. So this is what is meant by gerund. And we use for before it to tell what is the purpose of something. So what is the purpose of the library? What is the library for? It is for studying, not for socializing. Here, in this photo, we have a hair dryer. So the question is, to describe the purpose of something, as we say here, we use for plus the gerund. And here we have this question. What is a hair dryer for? A hair dryer is for drying hair. Is for drying hair. This is the second question. What is an infinitive? If a gerund is just adding ing to the end of the verb, what is an infinitive? An infinitive is the to plus verb, the base of the verb, for. And we use it to describe the purpose of someone. We use an infinitive to describe the purpose of someone. Like this example. What do you use a hair dryer for? I use a hair dryer to dry my hair. Previously, when we used gerund, we talked about the purpose of the item itself. What is a hair dryer used for? A hair dryer is used for drying hair. But here, why do someone use the hair dryer? I use a hair dryer to dry my hair. Why did you go to the store? I went to the store to buy some milk. So if you go back here, we have to, then the verb dry. Here, we have to, then the verb buy. So what is his purpose from using the hair dryer? Is to dry his hair. What was his purpose of going to the store? To buy some milk. Another example, why are you going to Toronto? I'm going to Toronto to learn English. So this is his aim, this is his purpose from going there. Here are some more examples. So, I use my computer to send emails. Computers are often used to pay bills, or to watch movies, or to surf the internet. With gerunds, we can say, I use my computer for sending emails. Again, with gerunds, we can say computers are often used for paying bills. You will say they are the same sentences. What is the difference? Yes, they are the same sentences, but here, with the infinitives, we are talking or focusing on the purpose of the person who uses the computer or uses anything else, as we said before, the cell phone or whatever the item being talked about. With the gerunds, we focus on the purpose of the item itself. Computer can be used for many things. One of them, sending email. So this is the difference in meaning. With infinitives, the focus is on the purpose of the person, and with gerunds, the focus is on the purpose of the item itself. But sometimes you have to take care or paying attention because sometimes it gets confused or confusing. Like, for example, you can still use for plus a noun to talk about the purpose of someone, but the noun cannot be a gerund. Like this example. Why did you buy a box of chocolates? I bought a box of chocolates for my husband. But not like this. I bought a box of chocolates for give my husband. This is incorrect. I bought a box of chocolates for my husband. Again, here we have a noun, but it is not a gerund. Or you can say, I bought a box of chocolates to give my husband, or to give to my husband. But not, I bought a box of chocolates for giving my husband. So this is just to get your attention not to confuse and misuse the gerund and the infinitive. Well, that's all for today. Go back to your student book on page 45, as I said at the beginning. for more explaining and more examples, and go back to your workbook to do the exercises. Thank you for now, until we meet again.